YouTube, what is going on? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. Thank y'all so much for tuning in to this particular video. And this is what we're going to talk about today, man. You see, make sure y'all check out the channel and subscribe and all the type of stuff. So this is what we're going to talk about today, man. The Demons, it's already, the MSRP on the car is already crazy. The markups is even more ridiculous, but we now have the options and the pricing for that. And that is borderline crazy, ridiculous. It's greedy what some of these options are costing. But I'm gonna hit y'all with this cold start. I'm gonna pull the car out and let's talk about these options really quick. So thank everybody for tuning in to the channel, man. I want to talk about the Demon options, the Demon 170, make sure we're all on the same page. So the options have been released. Of course, the car is available for order, and looking through the pricing and some of the options that they got, definitely odd. Some of this pricing is pretty much greedy, if you ask me. So the Demon itself, it is a last call car, and typically with the last call cars, you can't configure it or do anything with the cars because of the fact that they're supposed to come pre-configured to the dealership, and whatever is on it is what you get. The Demon 170 is the only last call car that you can get that you can actually configure and customize. You can configure the color, the interior options, all of that type of stuff. Now, that's cool, fine, and dandy. Looking at the options and the price of these options, I'm kind of mind blown as to why some of these options cost the amount that they do, but we're going to talk about it here. So with the car, it only has 4 options really that you can go through, that you can add to the car and configure. Now, one of the options, of course, has to do with the interior, and you can mix and match, you know, either 1 seat, 2 seat, no back seats, Alcantara leather, stuff like that. So there's a little bit more options inside of that, but in total, it's really 4 different options you can play with. 4 major options, I should say. So let's start with the first one. The first one, of course, is going to be the appearance package, pretty much with the satin hood or the satin hood, roof and trunk, all that type of stuff. Kind of the same thing you can do with the Chargers and Challengers. This one, you can do the satin hood for $1,995, $1,995, which is pretty much the same as with the other particular cars. Now, I'm not sure if this satin hood, is that just going to be like the hood scoop being black, or if the whole hood is going to be black, because when they showed the car at the drag strip, it only had the hood scoop was black and the rest of the hood was exposed. I'm not exactly sure how that's going to look, but you know, satin black, $1,995, that is on par with how much any other satin black hood costs on any of the other models. So here is where Dodge starts playing a little bit of games with the pricing. You can do the satin hood, but you can also do the satin hood, roof and trunk, and you know that is a package that Dodge has. They call it the satin black package or whatever. For the Demon, it is $3,695 for that package, right? The thing about it is, all the other cars cost $3,495. So there's, like, right there, to do the exact same thing that all the other cars have, the Demon, on the Demon, they're going to charge you $200 more for the same thing, which I don't get why. I mean, it's literally painting the same panels in that satin black look, and there's no difference. It's not a different satin black material or anything like that. It's literally the exact same look, but they're charging you $200 more. But that's not even the worst part. So on this next package, the premium group, they actually give you a break on the price a little bit here. The premium group is $5,995, and you can get the leather seats, or the leather and Alcantara seats, the 18 speaker HK system, suede headliner, rear seat delete if you get the premium group. This whole package is actually cheaper. Instead of, like, I went to another car, I went to the Challenger Hellcat, and just kind of added that same package to that, and it actually came out more on the Challenger Hellcat. This is cheaper, so they actually give you a break on pricing. I'm not sure what else is in it, because the article didn't really list all the other options for it. It just gave those options there. I think there's also the rain detection windshield wipers, which honestly, if you have a drag focused car, probably wouldn't care about. Of course, the seats, I understand you probably don't want to get the cloth seats in that type of car unless you're planning on switching out for racing seats anyway. Premium group's a little bit of breaking pricing, but this is the part. This next option is extremely greedy, and I have no clue why it is marked up as much as it is. So the next option here is the sunroof. The sunroof on any other car is $1,295. That's the option to add a sunroof, which is reasonable. For whatever reason, Dodge is marking up this sunroof $9,955 for a sunroof in the Demon 170. That's absurd. That is ridiculous. Why is this sunroof, that is the same sunroof that is in the V6s, the RTs, the Scat Packs, the Hellcats, and all the other cars, $10,000? It's literally, it's the same sunroof right here. Same. Unless this sunroof has some kind of special abilities, I see no reason for this to be $10,000. That is the greedy stuff that we're talking about. That's the greedy stuff that I don't understand why. I mean, the car's already $100,000 to begin with, and we're making a sunroof $10,000. If someone can explain that to me as to why that is the way it is, please tell me, because nothing about that makes sense. Now, this last option, of course, is the carbon fiber wheel package here. Now, on the Demon, it's going to be $11,495. That is a steep price, of course, but there is at least a performance advantage by getting the carbon fiber wheels to make it lighter and things like that. So I do see a lot of people, you know, at that getting that. I mean, if you're already spending what, $100,000 on the car, what's another 11.5 thousand? You know, at that point, I mean, you're already spending a good bit on the car, and there's performance advantages there, like I said. Please make sure if you get those, we get some blocks or something. Please, somebody, I guarantee somebody's gonna be silly to get this, and these wheels are gonna get stolen. More than likely, I'm gonna call it right now. Some dealership is gonna have this car sitting somewhere that's not gonna get sold. It's gonna be sitting there with these carbon fiber wheels on it, and somebody's gonna steal the wheels off this car. If not the whole car, it's going to happen when these cars start hitting the dealership, and these dealers start having these cars sitting at, you know, either in the showroom floor, which it better be in the showroom floor. When these cars start sitting around, it's going to get stolen. Somebody's going to steal it. But to put this in perspective, the Ford GT500, which also had like a carbon fiber package, which included carbon fiber wheels, carbon fiber aero, and stuff of that nature, that was actually $18,500. So with the Demon, you're just getting wheels. With the Ford GT500, not really comparable, but just to give you a ballpark of what you're looking at, $18,500, right? Is that worth it? Those wheels, I mean, if you're thinking about the whole package that you got with Ford, it could be with all the carbon fiber bits that came on it and whatnot, but you know, that's price comparison if that's something you want to compare it to. Now, the last thing I didn't mention was the parachute. Honestly, was not mentioned as an option, and I think that one with the parachute, you have to get it off direct connect. I tried to look on the catalog to see exactly how much the parachute is going to be, but there was nothing in the catalog when I looked at it to give me a price on the parachute. They said it was going to be an option, and that wasn't listed. So those are all the options that are for the Demon 170. Some of the options, I will admit, there's some function to it. There's a reason why you should get those particular options. Definitely the wheels, I see that. Granted, they're pretty expensive. I understand some people are going to get the premium seats, the leather seats, Alcantara seats, stuff like that, because you know they don't want to buy a $100,000 car, have cloth seats in it. Some people will probably get the cloth seats because they're going to probably take those seats out anyway, and they're more concerned with having a car go fast versus having a car that looks good on the interior, which I completely get that. But nonetheless, I will say this, and this is going to happen, and it's going to happen a lot. When these cars start hitting the drag strip, people are going to expect them to run 8.9s. And no matter how much weight you try to save out of these cars, it's not going to run 8.9. Too many factors goes into having a good drag racing time, and people are going to be really shocked when these cars aren't running 8.9s at all. Maybe a few people might be able to get it, and they're going to have to work at it to get it, but these cars are going to be running 9 seconds more than likely, and they're probably going to get beat by a car that runs 8 seconds, and people are going to be all shocked and stuff. It's going to happen. You're probably not even going to have to run 8 seconds, probably like a 9 flat. If a car can consistently run 9 second quarter miles, it will beat this car in most cases. But you know, that's going to happen when these cars start hitting the road, hitting the drag strip, hitting the dealership, stuff like that. But that is the end of the video. So let me know your thoughts on the options. I can agree. I think most of us may agree that the sunroof is ridiculous for $10,000. There's no reason for them to have a $10,000 sunroof especially when it's the exact same sunroof that's in every single one of the other cars. There's no production changes for it, nothing at all. There's nothing improved about the sunroof whatsoever, unless they put all carbon fiber parts into the sunroof. Unless they did that, that's the only way it's worth it. And even then, that's still probably not worth it. So let me know your thoughts on that. If you made it this far in the video, please make sure you subscribe to the channel. We do a lot of car related things on this particular channel, and we want you around for all of that. As always, thank you for tuning in. We will catch you on the next video. We're out. Cut it.